Hey, what's up, everybody? How is everybody doing out there this evening? I want to say thank you for all you guys joining me this evening on the live stream. I appreciate that. I know some of you guys, we haven't got to talk in a while other than the Sunday shift report. Got to talk with a few of you folks there since I was MIA for about a week, but a lot of you folks know what happened. A lot of you folks were in the community tab and understood what decided to happen in my life. I wanted to say hello to a few of you. I've gotten smarter about backing this all the way up because there's a lot of chatter in the beginning, which I love. But I get so distracted at times when I'm trying to say hello to some of you folks. So let's say I see Jan's in the house, Rhonda, Coffee First, Cold War Prepper, Oki Khan, Michelle Mitten, Prepper, good to see you. McBean's in the house, Joni Frills, the Bitter Critter, Allison Sherman, Dobby Farrar, Mike Styles, Oki Khan, Fat Man, Cold War Prepper, Allison Sherman, Teresa D. Jeff is in the house. Rena LaRue. Thanks for the 5x5 Caribbean house. I see Yarns in there. Harvey Black is here. Vicky Jordan. Morty's in the house. Risa Roney. Quest Conquest. Prepping Survival. Who else do we have in here? I think, did I get John Jones, Lori D, Mama Bear J15, Teresa. Who else did I miss? I know I'm going to probably miss some of you folks. Pony Girl I see floating around in there as well. Jersey Girl. Alien Prepper, thanks for beaming down to hang out with this. Florida Man. Rudy Lonzo. Peg Leg Prepper. Johnny Finance, what is up, my friend? Susan Peters. Did I get you, Florida Man? Lily B. Bringer of Change, I have returned. Right on. What's up, Wink? Good to see you as well. Diane Polk. Surviving Biden. Marilyn is also here. Moldy Soldier, Firefox 1960. Little Lone. Don. Hey, how you doing, Don? Good to see you as well, Don. Who else do I just? Maybe see if I missed anybody else in there. Big Dog is in the house. What's up, Big Dog? Butch Graves. All you amazing people. So, okay, so this is a tough live stream, folks. And no, I'm not quitting YouTube. A lot of you folks were concerned that I was just going to call it quits on YouTube. I'm not. There's just a lot of changes that are going to be being made. And I wanted to dedicate a live stream to let you know what's happening with the channel also, because you guys are my core subscribers. You guys that take the time to join these live streams, you guys are, what holds this together. You know what I mean? You are the great community. So I feel that I need to take the time out other than just doing something. And then you guys are like, hey, Grey, what happened? I'd rather take the time out to kind of go over things with you and explain why I'm doing certain things. That being said, real quick, what's up, Barbara? Quickney, Passamaquoddy, Stealth Mode. I'm pretty sure I got you, Quest. All right. As I wanted to share something with you. A lot of you folks are probably wondering, what have you been seeing when you first joined the live streams? So you guys have been seeing this warning that pops up. And that is something that I purposely did on purpose. Basically, when I set this up, the reason why is because we've had some issues over the last 6 months in regards to things that are happening. People either being disrespectful, either towards mods or towards you, my subscribers, my viewers, my community. So I wanted this to pop up. And once you hit it once, I think that's all you have to do. I'm pretty sure it's just a one-time thing. It's just a kind of a welcome thing for a lot of the new folks that are joining the live streams, just kind of like some quick rules about be civil and respectful. I think that's not too much to ask. And what I mean by don't post in all caps or use excessive emojis, what I mean is you can post in all caps, let's say if you're trying to grab my attention, hey, Grey, or something that's important. But what I mean is like a paragraph. And what I mean by emojis is I mean like 15, 20, 25 emojis where it covers the entire screen repetitively. And no self-promotion or spam. People are always like, hey, can you shout me out? Hey, can you do this? If I know you and I see it pop up on the screen, I will. I love to shout out channels. My mods usually handle a lot of the channel links that I usually like for you folks. If you get a chance to check out those channels, the mods usually have checked with me and said, hey, this channel is great. I like to share their stuff. And people that just do a lot of spamming, you know what I mean? That they're just consistently putting the same thing over and over and over again. I think that takes away from what the discussion that we're having and things like that. Basically, when the mods say something, it's kind of like an extension of me. You know what I mean? So some people have gotten upset because of the fact that they've had things taken away from them. And what I mean by them is they've had either their wrenches taken away, or they've been, timed out, or they've been banned. Some people who've been banned email me, and that's what I usually suggest. If for some reason, if you're banned from my channel, take the time out to email me, and I'll let you know if it was something that I also made a decision on, or if it was usually I don't make total decisions based on my own decision. As I usually try to talk to a couple of my mods and ask them what they think. Should we give this another person a chance? And unless I honestly feel that it was wrongfully done, then I will just reach out to the person myself. Hopefully everybody understands that. You know what I mean? Robert Winslow says he eats spam. Roger that. There's all kinds of different spam out there. You know what I mean? Spam is definitely one of those prepper things that are just part of the community, right? But yes, please, if you guys ever get into any type of trouble with the mods, please email me, and I can tell you why it happened, and we can bring up some dialogue. So that's just something I do. It's just, this is like if I invite you into my home, and you are my folks, my family that I've invited. I hope that everybody respects each other and whatnot, and doesn't try to attack each other and stuff like that. I'm trying to make this a safe spot for people to exchange ideas about gardening, about prepping, whatever the topic may be. We just got to be a little bit careful. I've been really digging into the terms of service on YouTube and understanding it. And my biggest concern is that we're going to end up doing something, or I'm going to end up doing something to the point where we will lose the channel. You guys have seen a lot of things happen lately. A lot of people have been getting strikes on YouTube, even some channels that have been taken down. You guys saw what happened to the Discord. So that being said, the reason I'm asking you folks is, what other platforms do you use? And the reason I'm asking that is because I'm trying to get a feel, because the only thing really that can possibly lead to something getting me in trouble on YouTube here is the Sunday Shift Report. I've done over almost 100 episodes of the Sunday Shift Report, right? A lot of them have been demonetized. A lot of them I've gotten warnings from the platform saying, hey, this is just not ad friendly. And the list goes on, just nothing too heavy. But what's up, Don? Good to see you. Patty, CKOC, Oki Khan, Jennifer Cruz. I see, I'm just grabbing some folks. What's up, Casey? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Scotty Drake, good to see you as well. And the reason I'm asking that is because my goal now is to start moving away from the politics. I want to focus more on emergency preparedness. And here's the ironic thing, folks. It's funny. I've been thinking about this for actually several months. I've been talking to one of my mods about it for quite some time, and he advised against certain things and stuff like that. He or she, you never know, advised against certain things. And the thing is sometimes you're just going to have to do what's best for you and what I think is best for the channel. So moving away from politics. Now, there's certain things that I want to cover, things like food shortages, droughts, and things like that. But going deep and hard on the government and other type of things like that, my main concern is if we lose the channel, we lose the community. Like a lot of you folks were pretty disheartened by losing Discord, because a lot of you guys shared so much information. A lot of people put a lot of information in that. The last thing I want to do is lose almost 2 years of YouTube and all the content that I created that have helped people. Hey, Laura. Yeah, better late than never. Agreed. Agreed, 100%. No problem, East Tennessee. What's up, RG71? So anybody who's watching this now or may come across it on the replay, I'm hoping that I don't lose a bunch of folks. I know a lot of folks, and a lot of folks like the Sunday Shift Report. They get a lot of their media, their news, and stuff like that from there. But sometimes I do touch on certain topics that kind of enrage folks or get people upset. So I understand. So what I wanted to do, and the reason I'm asking about Rumble and other things like that, I've talked to a couple other content creators that kind of push their more controversial topics that they do. They push it to a different platform. I've scrolled through Rumble's terms of service, BitChute and stuff like that. And I do have content on there, mainly BitChute currently, but a lot of folks seem to use Rumble. I had a lot of issues with it about 1.5 years ago when I first started using it. So there's a few videos on there, not much. And all the links to these things, I do have, if you go to my description, I do have Rumble and BitChute and all my other links down there. But I'm thinking about more so putting that kind of content over there. So a lot of you folks may ask, well, what's going to happen on Sundays, Gray? So I'm thinking about still doing a premiere, but maybe it'll be a, me in the garden. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll be out in the garden. We'll be doing stuff, and I'll be doing some stuff, and then I'll set that as a premiere on Sunday, because you guys like to interact with each other as well as I like to interact with you. So I don't want to take that away from you, in the aspect that it's me just all of a sudden just doing away with the Sunday shift report and there's nothing on Sundays. So I'm thinking about doing, it could be, maybe it's a review video. Maybe it's just a hike in the woods video. It might be something to the extent, but I'm assuming you guys would probably still want a premiere on Sundays. So I'm kind of asking you guys that question. Or would you guys just rather a standalone video? You know what I mean? I appreciate that, Wink. And that's what I've noticed a lot of content creators are using Rumble for. Do what's best for you, Gray. We are here whether you, either way you are we are here with you either way, brother. I appreciate that. My main concern is like the review I did yesterday, okay? Never done prepping. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, OkiCon. I appreciate that. Back up and regroup. Right on, Jan. The video that I did yesterday, I did a review of a portable refrigerator slash freezer and whatnot. I made some mistakes in that video. And the reason I made some of those mistakes is because I'm rushing through things. I have this schedule on YouTube 5 days a week. And it's come to the point where it's almost like you're a slave to that 5 days a week. I want to have a little bit more freedom. I want to be able to produce better content with less errors and less issues for you guys. You know what I mean? I just imagine in that video, I said 50 cubic feet. So when you think about my deep freezer is only, what is it? 0.7 cubic feet or something. It's not big. Or is it 7? No, it's a 7 cubic feet. See, and I'm still getting it wrong just because I'm trying to think so much of what's going on in my head. But anyways, I said 50 cubic feet. And what I really truly meant to say was 50 quarts. There's a transition there, because 50 cubic feet would be massive, right? A lot of you people catch these things and understand that I do make mistakes. I'm human, and they're bound to happen, but I still honestly want to become more professional, more organized when I do things, and take my time creating this content for you. Thank you, Julius. I appreciate that. Sometimes, it's just the little things like that, I know it doesn't bother you guys sometimes, but like my wife will tell me, she's like, "Hey, babe, you spelled that wrong and whatnot," and she always says, I'm just giving you my opinion. And I said, no, I appreciate that. I love constructive criticism. I love the feedback, because sometimes if I make those mistakes, I can correct those errors in like a pinned comment or something like that, like I did in yesterday's thing. Also, Thursdays is going to be an issue, folks. So I know a lot of you folks like the late night show. There's a bunch of you folks that hang out with me on the late night show, and I truly appreciate that. The thing is I'm not going to be able to do that all the time. Sometimes I might just do a video Thursday, and I've had two ideas with this. One, to release that video as a premiere on Thursdays at 10:30 for you guys to interact with each other. So you still have some interaction, and that time slot still there for you folks. Or I could just release a video on Thursday. Now, the big thing is happening is a lot of you folks know I'm getting ready to move here soon. Hey, what's up, Prepper Book Club? Good to see you. What's up, Seabass? What's up, JM? A lot of you knows I'm getting ready to move. I have a lot of things going on. And believe it or not, that 14-minute video yesterday took me about 8 hours to produce. So there's a lot of work behind the scenes. I'm getting really backed up on reviews, and I don't want to turn my channel into a review channel, but it's going to seem like that for the next month or so, because I have so many reviews to do. And I promise these companies that I'll do it within 4 to 6 weeks. And folks, I want to stop right here and just say, when I do a review video, I'm not asking you to go and buy these things. Some of these things can range from $100 to several $1,000s. The last thing I want you to do is, just because I said this is a great thing, doesn't mean go out and buy it right now. Basically, the review video is to show you gear that some of these companies have, and show you how they work or they don't work, some pros and cons and stuff like that, because it's better than you going out and spending thousands and thousands of dollars on gear or items or whatever it may be that I'm going over in these videos, and let them send me a product, or any other person that's creating content, they get these products for free. Most of the time I get these things for free to do a review on. It's kind of part of the YouTube game. It's a way for them to advertise their products. Certain things I will say this, I'm looking around something that I can grab, but they'll say this might be a great deal and it might be on sale for a certain amount of time if you have the funds and if that's what you're looking for to purchase it. I'm getting a little off topic here in back in regards to Thursdays. Wink says, I like knowing what's out there and what people I trust think of them in actual use. I appreciate that, Wink. I like reviews, gives me a consideration, and I learn from them. Appreciate it. Thank you. Pastor McQuarrie says, you do what you need to do for you. We are here for you. I know I miss a lot of live streams due to no notification, but replays are good. I appreciate that. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that by doing some of these changes, maybe in 1 week I might do 2 or 3 videos. Maybe 1 week I might only do 1 or 2 videos. It all depends on my schedule. There's some things that I need to fix. A lot of you guys have been members of the channel for quite some time. I don't produce a lot of content for you members, and it makes me feel bad because you guys are paying $1 or $2 a month, whatever it may be, and I'm not producing a lot of content there either, just because I'm so busy with just doing my regular YouTube. So I want to do more behind the scenes stuff. I want to just kind of focus and hone down on prepping, gardening, canning, dehydration, everything that encompasses the preparedness community outside of politics and a lot of different controversial current events. So basically, GreyMan Prepping, with the word prepping in it, I want to do more focused prepping things, be it reviews, be it me out in the woods, be it camping, be it gardening, all that stuff like that. Now, I know they don't draw a huge response from the crowds. And what I mean by that is people love fear. People love, politics. People love that type of content. And to me, it's not about the money. It's not about the views. I think Rudy said this today in his video. Excellent video, by the way, Rudy. Alaska Prepper did a great video on when you get a lot of new subscribers, some things go crazy sometimes. People don't understand the community, people don't understand the rules, and things can get a bit wild for sometimes, but it's a small percentage. But he said it's not about the views, it's not about all that stuff like that. It's about the quality of the material that's being put forth in front of you. And the thing is I value you as my subscribers, so I want to put better quality things out there for you. Not to say that I haven't, but I want to do a better job of certain things. Plus, sometimes I need to go do something with my daughter, engage with her with her schoolwork. The wife might get a day or 2 off and she says, I know you have to do your YouTube. I understand that, but I'd love to spend some time with you. So there's a little bit things I've been, full steam ahead on the YouTube thing for quite some time because you guys are like an extension of a family that I have, the great community. So I feel like I don't want to let you guys down either. So as you can see, there's a lot of little different things that are tugging at Grey. And after my aunt died, I got to talk to family. I got to mourn. I had a lot of different conversations, and it's just come to the point where I need to make some better decisions in regards to what I'm doing here. What's up, TN Prepping Lady? Good to see you. Workout videos, please no short shorts, tights. Just kidding. Obviously, right on that. Everybody tells me to do the shorts, and what I mean by shorts is YouTube shorts. That it's you get a lot of more views and a lot more people to come to your channel. I'm not really used to doing that. I don't know if I'll ever do that. Maybe I'll try it every once in a while. I even tried the whole TikTok thing. I got a couple of videos there as well. It's just my main focus is YouTube. But I didn't want to. Some people want to know what I think about certain things that are happening in our government. People want to know certain things that are happening at the southern border. People want to know my opinion on stuff. So that's why I figured maybe I can just do a no holds barred, uncensored version of me where I don't have to use code words on a platform like, let's say, Rumble. I'm on a lot of different things. Some people say locals. You can do streams there. I think Truth Social, you can do streams. I think Getter, you can do streams, stuff like that. But it's hard for people to find me because it's so muddled with so many other people. You have to build that following, and I may, I might just do some podcasts and some of the other platforms and see how that works out for myself. Something where I'm unchained from for me having to say corn pop or this, or, all the different Charlie Victor terminology and stuff that I use. I'd like to just speak freely. Never done prepping. I appreciate that. Mike Stout says, so now Grey is confused more than last year. New record. Yeah, probably. Texas T, I appreciate that super sticker. Mike Stout says, got lost in the forest and was in the desert. Take Tuesdays off and do a live on Sunday night. I know I can handle 4 days per week. If you need some rest, take it. Well, I'm thinking about keeping the Tuesday time slot. A lot of you folks have Tuesdays is not hard for me because I don't have any work to do. I have all day to do some things that I need to get done, like in the garden. So I'm still probably going to do the Tuesday live streams. That's something I think I'm going to get at least one live stream a week for you folks so that we can just talk, so that we can have conversations. The live streams are going to be more geared towards emergency preparedness. Maybe we'll do a live stream about gardening, maybe certain plants. Maybe we'll do live streams about certain gear, certain other topics. But here's the ironic thing, folks. I've been thinking about this for quite some time. And I don't know if you guys watch City Prepping. He's a huge prepping channel. Been doing this for a long time. And he put out a video that kind of shocked me just recently, where he said that he is kind of contemplating the same things that I'm contemplating in regards to what he's been putting out and how he wants to switch things around. He wants to get more into skill share, skill show, how to use certain skills, and I guess back down to the basics of prepping. You know what I mean? So I see it's not just me. It's a lot of other channels thinking about this as well, because we want to basically educate and inform people about emergency preparedness. Now, the politics sometimes gets intertwined into that. And okay, Jennifer, you do watch Chris. Lisa says Chris is great. And so some of you folks have probably watched that video that he just did. And when I watched, I think it was on Saturday when I watched that video, I said, wow, he's thinking the same way I'm thinking. And his channel is, I don't even know, he's getting close to 1 million subscribers. And he is thinking about the same thing that I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? Because the last thing that we want to do is lose our communities. And I think a lot of people have lost the sight of what's truly important and why we created these channels in the first place in regards to teaching people things. You know what I mean? And I know, folks, how many canning videos can you watch? How many dehydrating videos can you watch? How many videos of how to start a fire, store food? I understand that. But the thing is, isn't it fun to watch how other people do things? Like, if I want to do a camping video, right? If I want to do, let's say, a stealth camping video, JM, that's a secret. I'm working on that. That will be down the road. Hopefully I'll have that unleashed this fall. But where was I going with this? That whole camping thing. If I want to do a bug out video where I have my bug out bag or a get home bag or an EDC and go out, stay out in the woods for a couple of days, I wouldn't be able to do that normally because of the fact that I have a schedule of doing YouTube 5 days a week. So I couldn't just disappear for a couple of days, not do any content, and then come back, and say, hey, here's a video that I was out in the woods for a couple of days. But I think you guys would truly like that kind of material. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us talk about, hey, this is what I have in my bug out bag. Hey, this is what I carry on my EDC. This is what I do. And this is what that we show you stuff. But a lot of folks, and there's some channels that do a great job of this, will actually take out their bug out bags, their get home bags, their gear, and go out in the woods and spend a day or several days or even a week out there using this stuff and showing you how to apply what's in those bags in a real life scenario, or even basically scenario based. Like I've been thinking about when I do my reviews, how can I incorporate a scenario based event in that review so I don't just make it a boring review where I'm just pointing at stuff. Linda, that's it. It's funny that you say that, Linda. It can be very complicated with tomatoes. Everything that I've looked in, I know I'm jumping off the topic here, but these are things that I like to talk about. And I've had some issues with tomatoes as well, especially when I do the cherry tomatoes. I get so many of them. I forgot one of the harvests that we did during the summer. In our summer harvest, we had over 100 and some tomatoes. And I'm like, what do I do? So I started dehydrating some because that's the quickest way I could think of doing some of the cherry tomatoes. You can can them, of course, but when you have so many, you only have so much limited time with tomatoes. Okay. If you put them in the refrigerator, it kind of changes things. Okay. So from the farmers that I talk to, the local farmers here say they get these baskets and they kind of spread out their tomatoes because they don't want the tomatoes to be all bunched up on top of each other, because once a tomato is picked, it starts to, there's a type of, I don't want to say chemical, or pheromone. It's a type of thing that the tomato starts to excrete, and it starts to increase that ripening process. And so that being said, they start to break down faster. So the more air that passes through them, they stay a little bit more firmer and stay a bit longer on your table. Also, depends on the environment. If you live up north and it's cooler, maybe they last longer. But all in all, it's something that when you have a large haul of tomatoes themselves, you got to figure out what you're going to do with them. If you're going to be dehydrating, canning, cooking, pickling. Yes, pickling. I said it. This guy does some really cool stuff with pickled tomatoes. I was shocked. He's a little small farmer, and he does these cool little things. But whatever you decide to do, it's something you need to do probably within 5 to 10 days or so. You know what I mean? Depending on the type of tomato that it is. And this is just my thank you, James, at the house. Ethylene. Thank you so much. I knew it was there, and I knew I'm on the right path, but this is what I depend on you folks for. But thank you so much, JM. And there's, like I said, there's a lot of science behind this stuff like that. And some of you folks, I notice when I do certain content are like, wow, Grey, I never knew that. Thanks for sharing that. So that makes me think that everything hasn't been done, or people haven't been exposed to certain topics. Let's say like the tomatoes, how people ask, well, I've just got all these tomatoes. What's the best way to store them? And let's say like sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes I like because you can store them for long periods of time. And certain vegetables like that, or not even a vegetable. I guess a sweet potato is a spud, so a carbohydrate. So it's a root vegetable. But and a tomato is a fruit. You know what I mean? Some people say tomato vegetable garden, but tomatoes a fruit as well. So, but we all know that. Tip of the tongue, right? Thank you, JM. Yes, ethylene. Now I have to make tomato sandwich. Roger that, Lori D. Lisa Bibby, if you had that option as well, freeze drying is probably by far the best option for long-term food storage when it comes to tomatoes. Canning does last. Some people take stewed tomatoes and they'll can them and stuff like that, and they can last quite some time. But freeze drying, that's just going above and beyond, where you can make things last for quite some time, because dehydrating process works great, and you can keep these tomatoes. I have dehydrated cherry tomatoes sitting in jars on my counter probably for almost a year now. You know what I mean? From last year's grow. And then of course I have new ones, but to can them, I'm going to get a lot better use out of them. And some people just don't like to use dehydrated products. I dehydrate a lot of my peppers, and a lot of my, basil, peppermints, and all the other different herbs and spices that I get. I do a lot of dehydration in them and store them. But with certain things, some people rather can, some people rather dehydrate, some people don't have one or the other, and they're just trying to figure out what to do with all the stuff that they're growing in their gardens, because a lot of people are new to gardening due to the food issues that we've been seeing across the globe. T. Prada says, yep, make tomato powder. Lisa says, we do hydrate some as well. Joni says, I put mine in the food processor and freeze until I get enough for spaghetti sauce or chill. Got 6 gallons waiting to can. Awesome. Dragon Slayers, I hang my herbs. And I do, Dragon Slayer, I know I do that with my my Cuban oregano and a few other things that I hang. Depending on, because here in Florida, the humidity sometimes gets to me. So depending on where I'm at, I have a certain room in the house. But now that we're moving, I have to find those sweet spots again for hanging my herbs and stuff like that. Good evening, Off the Wall. Good to see you. Do you slice and chop them? Prepper Book Club, sun-dried tomatoes and oil. Yes, Prepper Book Club. That is. I usually use olive oil and sun-dried tomatoes, and add a little bit of basil. Even add a little bit of turmeric in there. And some garlic, and use that as for like a salad dressing, or even basting chicken and stuff like that. I know some of you folks have asked, Grey, hey, are you going to do cooking videos? We'd like to see that as well. In the new home, Like I think I was talking to Harvey about this. I said, in the new home, I'm going to have a dedicated spot to do reviews. I won't do them all there, but some of them will be easy to do in this dedicated spot. I'm going to have a spot specifically for live streams. I'm going to have another room dedicated to a full-size prepper pantry, which I will show you guys step by step as I'm building that out and how I'm stocking that. And we'll be doing streams from there as well and videos from there as well. The new garden will be taking place. So there's a lot of content coming once we move. So hopefully a lot of you folks will stay tuned to that. There'll probably be a lot more people also that are the newbies coming into the channel that will enjoy that content as well, especially some of you folks like Jeff and so many of you other folks out there that have been following me for almost 2 years now. December 15th will make 2 years. I've been contemplating this idea as well in regards to, thank you, Lily B. I appreciate that. Is last year, I don't know how many of you guys remember, I had a little Grey's birthday bash, right? My birthday is coming up. What is it today? My birthday's in about, when is that? Let me look at the calendar real fast. This is not your typical live stream. I know people are like, what's going on? So that's a week. 1, 2, 3. So about 11 days away, my birthday's coming up. And I don't want... Last year, when I did my birthday bash, it was like super chats, lots of super chats, which I truly appreciated. That was awesome. I still took most of that money and added that to the Toys for Tots drive that we did in December. But some of you folks like doing stuff like that, having celebrations and stuff like that. But I don't want you to think that you have to do a super chats and stuff like that and super stickers. Things like that are appreciated, but I don't want you ever to feel obligated to do so just because, hey, Grey's doing a live stream on his birthday. It's fun, and we had a lot of fun last year, you know, using the confetti poppers and whatnot every time we got a super chat, which was fun. But in retrospective, I think, you know, maybe I took it too far or something like that. Yeah, Minuteman, right? Wouldn't that would probably get lots of views, Minuteman. I appreciate that. I remember my birthday is on the 2nd, so I celebrate with you. That's awesome, little lone prepper. Never done prepping. So I thought about it because my birthday's technically on Saturday in September, the first Saturday of September. So I thought about doing a Thursday live stream, which is the 1st. But I don't know because that's my wife's birthday. So if we do next week, next Tuesday, we might be able to do something. I'm going to talk to the wife and see what she suggests. Another thing a lot of people don't realize is I put a lot of information in the community tab when things happen, so that you guys can be aware if there's an issue or something happens to arise or a problem that, or just general information in the community tab. I know some folks don't get that. If you have a phone and your YouTube will notify you via phone most of the time in the community tab, but usually I try to communicate with you folks there. Some of you folks are on my Instagram. Some of you folks are on my Twitter, my Getter, my Truth Social. And a lot of you guys communicate me with different ways and emails as well. Happy birthday, Raptor Ranch. Mike Stouse says, I protest, lights finger on fire. What's up, X24? It's going all right, man. Mine is on the 20th, 61 this year, or 30 for the 31st time. And that's right, Minuteman, we were talking about that not too long ago, that your birthday's in September as well. Do a live stream at the beach. That would be kind of cool, Carolyn. And it's funny that you mentioned that. Cold War prepper. Beretta Benny, I don't have birthdays anymore. I'm 30 plus shipping and handling. Roger that, Beretta. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Anyways, so I'll let you guys know. You'll see that you'll see a thumbnail. It'll say Grey's birthday stream or something to that extent. I know some of you folks don't. I've thought about using Telegram, another way to communicate with you folks since I don't have the Discord anymore. I can do private invites to a Telegram channel that I have already created. I just haven't figured out how to utilize it properly. Right on, Jasper's mom. What's up, Biggs Prep? Good to see you. You know, I always tell everybody, they ask me how old I am. I said, I'm 25. I've been 25 for the last, 20 plus years. Hey, Don, good to see you. Don, ironically enough, my son's birthdays I have several sons' birthdays, my daughter's birthdays, my wife's birthdays, my sister's birthday. Used to be my mom's and my grandmother's before they passed away, but we have a lot of September birthdays as well. It seems to be a popular month for birthdays in my family as well. His sweetie, that's what I thought as well. I thought 25 was just that golden age to be. You know what I mean? Not a problem, B Walker. I'm glad you were getting some things done. And, folks, I know life comes first. If you're busy out in the garden, if you're busy canning, or if you got family in work and you can't make a live stream, that's totally understandable. Folks, live streams are just for, to interact with one another, to hear whatever the topic that I happen to be talking about that evening is. So it's not like you have to be here. It's great that you are here, and it's great that you guys have taken the time out of your day. I mean, look what we got. We got 167 people watching, and we have 164 thumbs up. That is absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? That ratio is phenomenal. TN Prepping Lady, I get that too. Right, Roger that, Cold War. But anyways, folks, so those are some of the things that, that I wanted to get off my chest in regards to things that I've been thinking about, that I don't want you to think that something's going on if you don't see a video on Monday, or if there's no live stream on Thursday, things like that. So there's going to be a lot of different things happening with the channel. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to produce content. And I've warned you guys. I'm warning you guys now. I'm so backed up on reviews, and I've been saying this. I have so many reviews to get done. It's going to seem like Grey is a review channel, at least probably for the next 30 days, just because I need to get them done. With my aunt passing, that set me a week behind. So there's just a lot of stuff going, and I hope you guys can bear with me. Maybe you guys will like some of the stuff. Maybe you guys will be entertained by some of the stuff that I'm reviewing. I have some really cool stuff and some stuff that's redundant. I still have 3 or 4 more, what are they called? Portable power stations to review with the solar panels. I know those can get a bit redundant as well. Some of them are different price points. Some of them are better than others. But I'm a person that if I promise a company that, sure, I'll take a look at your product and I'll do a review of it, because it's not only doing a review for you guys, it's also doing it for me. Because when I get this product, I got one portable power station that when I got it, and I'm not going to bash them, but when I got it, it was dead on arrival. So imagine you spent $700, right? And you paid for this power station. It came to your home, and it was dead on arrival. You know what I mean? Or you used it for a week and it's dead. So what I plan on doing with a lot of this gear that I have here is, as I use it in a year from now, in retrospective, I'm going to be like, okay, so I've had this, let's say the QuickTel 2000 or the Blue Yeti EB55. I've had these for years and I've used them for this purposes. Are they still holding up? Are they still working well? And I would also like to do some comparison reviews. Let's say like the Rock Pals versus the Ernova that I haven't done yet, and some of the other devices. What do you get for 300 watts versus 500 watts? What's the benefit of the two? So I think having that aspect to the channel is also entertaining. I miss doing my nature walks. A lot of you folks used to love watching me go out in the woods, throw on my pack, go explore with Grey. I miss doing that as well. I still go on hikes almost every other day because I need the exercise. And I'm always, training with myself. I'm always having my pack on, my boots on, because it's something that you have to do. You can't just live inside your home and have a bunch of stuff, gear and whatnot, just laying around and never use it. I'm also excited about another channel that I've teamed up with. It's a channel / company that I've teamed up with that I'm going to be reviewing their products. A lot of you folks will know who this person is once I do those product reviews, but I'm excited to work with his company. He is a good guy. He has a great channel, and he's done something really cool for the community. So I'm excited to be an affiliate with with him and his company as well. So looking forward to that. You guys will see that coming down the road. And a benefit to me working with some of these companies is the discount codes. Sometimes they're 10% off, sometimes they're 15, 20% off. Sometimes there's giveaways. So there's always, benefits to certain aspects. Like, with working with Jace gave me the opportunity to give something away. Blue Yeti gave me the opportunity to give something away. And then I've talked to a few people, and some of the stuff I don't need. I have too many of them, and I plan on doing some stuff during Christmas and giving some stuff away as well, because you guys are what makes this channel run. Without you, there is no channel. I can sit here and talk to no one, or sit here and talk to awesome people like yourselves. Dogs are barking. Jan, your dogs are always barking. They're just as bad as mine. Now, another thing is one thing I will not give up is doing not reviews, but doing interviews. I still enjoy showcasing, authors, emergency preparedness people, other YouTube channels. I will still do interviews as time permits, and as people reach out to me or I reach out to other folks. There's still some people I'm working things out with, so there will be some intriguing interviews down the road and stuff like that. But all in all, I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that I'm still going to be here. Just things are not going to be as, as a schedule, like per schedule. You know what I mean? Tuesdays, you will have your live stream. I will be here every Tuesday, hopefully, unless something happens at 7 p.m. But there's going to be more videos than live streams and stuff like that. Thursdays, I got too much other stuff going on. Every once in a while, I will do a Thursday live stream. Maybe I'll have a guest. Maybe there's a specific topic. Maybe something happened that I need to talk about, and Thursday's the only day. So what I suggest is, if you guys have all your notifications set, I will post things in the community tab. And if you guys want that kind of political current event, more controversial stuff, I'm probably going to at least do it once or twice a week, a video every 1 to 2 weeks. Probably, a matter of fact, let me just end this here. Let me end the poll, because it looks like 68% of you. Let me see, how many votes do we have? 198 votes. 68% of you are on Rumble. So that being said, what I'll probably do is I'll do the more controversial stuff on Rumble. I can't say I'll do it as consistent as I do the Sunday shift report that I used to, that's coming to an end, but I will try to do maybe once a week. When I have time, I can do it late at night when I get home from work. So I will try to put content on Rumble for you folks that are part of that platform and want to hear Grey basically uncensored and unchained, where I can speak freely. Right on, Jasper's mom. What's up, Dragon? What's up, Billy? Good to see you. Roger that, Billy. That is awesome. All right, so let me just back here. So do you guys folks have any questions for me? So what I'm going to do is ask is now you can put, let's say, something in all caps, or put @GreyMan if you have questions. If you're confused about anything that I'm saying, stuff like that, you know what I mean? So that I can see. Lisa Bibby says, yes, Grey on Rumble. So I do, like I said, my Rumble link is in my description. On every one of my videos, you can click on that Rumble link and it'll take you there. Matter of fact, I can kind of show it to you. I don't have, a lot of the content on there is old, but I will show you that I actually have a small following on there. I'm trying to find my Rumble link here. There she is. I will open it up and show it to you guys. Just so you know that you got to the right place. If you're going to be on Rumble, I don't think it's too hard to start an account, but you'll see new stuff. I have 547 people subscribed to my GreyMan Prepping on Rumble. As you can see, this was 2021, 2020. A lot of old stuff on there. But now that I have a faster connection, the last thing I put is because Blue Yeti, when I did this review, they asked me to put this on Rumble. And evidently it did pretty good for being on Rumble. But I have a pretty decent amount of people on there. I mean, for not producing much content, which is really cool. But yeah, so just look for me right here. Just look for my logo and my name. My name's always spelled the same way everywhere across the board. That's my logo. Of course, there's always people out there that might try to be sneaky and, replicate me, but you guys would know. I'm pretty sure you guys know me and what types of things I produce. Let me see. Birthdays in my family were primarily in February. Me 8th, my middle age 27th, my son 12th. Actually, there are over 30 more thumbs up folks than watching. Wow, holy cow. Yeah, so when it comes to live streams, people will pop in. and then pop out. Just like me, when I'm at work, I watch Rudy Alaska Preppers live streams, and there's a couple other live streams that I watch. Thanks, Harvey, for that I watch, and then sometimes I have to click off because a customer comes in my shop, and just different things like that happen. So some people pop in and out of live streams. Some people like come on the live stream and like, who's this guy? I don't want to watch this, and they take off. You know what I mean? Yes, Empress Kimberly, that is correct. I'm pondering that idea as well because I figured that would help, just like my BitChute is linked to my YouTube. So I'm working that out with that as well. So we'll see what happens with the whole Rumble thing. But like I said, mainly I want to use my Rumble to speak freely, to say what I want to say on a specific topic that I normally can't say here without having to lose my channel. Thank you, Oki-Khan. T Prada, that's something that I've been trying to work on for quite some time, and it never gets traction. It never gets traction. I have people email me and say, hey, this fall I'd like to do a Florida meetup with some of you subscribers. What are your interests? Email me some ideas. And it never comes to fruition. I can put something together myself, but it would be technically be like more of a meet and greet. We would have a barbecue. We would hang out, get to know each other. My big thing is I want everybody to bring home or bring to the meet like a get home bag or something like that. So we can all look at our get home bags and have a discussion of, hey, this is what I use, what I use. So I want it to be not only just a hangout session, but also a educational session, in regards to meeting up and meeting each other and having a conversation, a learning experience. Texas T says, put all your content on Rumble, run you live stream on Rumble and YouTube at the same time. Really? I can do that, Texas T? Matter of fact, I'm looking into that, Texas T. So that is a good idea. Is Rumble a paid channel? Rocka, no. So there is no paywall. Rumble is not Patreon. Patreon usually has a paywall. Rumble is free. So, okay. So you don't have to pay anything for Rumble. It's a free platform. So when you click on that link, it may ask you to create a profile. You can still use, let's say, Rocka, you can still use your name if that's what you prefer to use. You can use whatever you like. It's free to do so. They have an app for your phone. It's on tablets. It's on computers. It's on all that stuff like that. I don't know. I think I heard they're on smart TVs as well. Yarn Purpose says, I don't have a get home bag. I never leave. Oh, man. Daisy said, I would love to use Rumble more and this less. And Daisy, a lot of people ask me, why don't a lot of us do that? And the thing is because, matter of fact, I'll give you a statistic real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me type this in. All right. So YouTube has 2.29 billion. So almost 2.3 billion YouTube accounts. 2.3 billion YouTube accounts. Okay. That's a huge number. Now, when we look at Rumble, and I'm just Googling this information, of course. It says users 44 million per month. So when you look at the difference between the two, 44 million, and this is users. Hold on, this is wrong. Yeah, okay, no, there's Rumble website. Okay, I thought it was saying something else, but it says roughly about 44 million per month. I'm trying to see. Yep, so 44 million a month versus 2.3 billion. So I'm going to pause that right there, X24, and I'll answer your question in just 1 second. So we have more. It's easier to reach an audience here on YouTube. If all you do is talk about, let's say, homesteading, gardening, prepping, emergency preparedness, and all that stuff like that, most of the time, the algorithm will be kind to you, and the platform will help propel you and push your content. As soon as you get political or start talking about certain specific types of topics that they deem not to be part of their whatever thing, that's when they start shadow banning you. They start suppressing you. They start doing a lot of things and restricting your growth. So if you keep it somewhat happy, you know what I mean? Not happy, but you get what I'm saying. If you focus on a specific topic, like there's a gentleman that I watch, and he's a young kid. He's out of Texas, and he's a vlogger. And what I mean by vlogging is he does video logs of daily life on the farm, tending to the cattles, prepping food, tending to the pigs and all that stuff like that. He's a young guy, cowboy kid, and he's fun to watch. And that's all he does. He has a pretty sizable channel. He's only started within a year or so, and it's very entertaining. I enjoy it. I watch literally 30-minute videos of him just talking and going through his daily tasks because I enjoy that content. So you can do things on YouTube that could work well for you without getting in trouble. I didn't vote in the poll. Full disclosure, I own Rumble stock. That chat fix is coming. Roger that, wink. So X24 review says, what's your next most important goal? So X24, to be honest with you, my main goal right now is getting the move done. But I want to become super organized. And what I mean by not to the point where I'm OCD, but I can get better at my organization skills, because how many of us know where every single aspect of everything is? Sometimes I'll ask, it's so cluttered sometimes with the house that we're living in now. I need something and I had to go searching for it. And this can be something simple. Especially being a content creator, I'm looking always for my camera gear and my rigs and stuff like that. And they're all over the place. But if you're talking about emergency preparedness, my main goal now is I'm working on a SHTF vehicle or / overlanding vehicle. I want to build my vehicle out to the point where if I had to use this vehicle as a home base, if I had to sleep in there, if I had to live out of it, if I had to use it in every aspect to go live in, I want to build, and I know I can't go full Mad Max, where I put plate steel on there and stuff like that, but I want a vehicle to build out a vehicle that can go pretty much dang near anywhere. Some of you folks have been getting little tidbits and sneaks of the vehicle that I'm working on. Like JM knows, and I think Jeff and a few other folks have been, when they look at my video, they're seeing that vehicle. So that's what I'm working on, building it out. I did a lot of research on vehicles. So that is one of my next goals, is to build a bug out vehicle per se. I'm always working on my food storage. I'm always working on my medical preps. I'm always working on, different ways to create energy without depending on the grid. Those are just some things that I work on consistently. Sunset, yeah, that would be pretty tight. Big Dog says, that is my problem. Organization, I need to work on that this weekend. So Big Dog, I'm glad I'm not alone, right? With that whole situation, is because I want to make my prepper pantry super organized. I want to make every aspect of my emergency preparedness gear super organized. I want to know what I have, how much of it I have, how long have I had it, and where it's at specifically in the home. So if anything ever happens and I need to move quickly, being extremely organized with my preps will make things run a lot smoother, and it won't be such a chaotic event. I remember when I first started prepping, I was like everybody else. I was like, oh, I need a bug out bag. So I got a bug out bag. I bought one on Amazon for like $20. I started shoving all kinds of, fireproof matches and food bars and all that stuff like that in there. And I put it in my closet and forgot about it. And then as I got more over the years that went by, I was like, man, that was a really dumb move. Because a lot of people will do that because you get this rush. Oh, I need to get home. I need to get a bug out bag, and don't realize it because you watched a YouTube channel that says you must have a bug out bag. If not, you will die. And people will get a bug out bag, put a bunch of stuff in it, and forget about it. The thing is what we need to look at is, if you do that and you do have a bug out bag, what's in that bug out bag, how long it's been in there for, and some things that you need to either upgrade sometimes, certain things that you need to replace, like medicines or food or whatever you might have in there. So you need to stay on top of it, and you need to know how to use every single piece of gear inside that thing. You need to know it like it's muscle memory, especially if you're into medical stuff. If you have an individual first aid kit or, certain types of things like that, you need to know that stuff by the back of your hand. So that's when a lot of people say you always got to be training. You always got to be learning when it comes to emergency preparedness, because there's a lot of information to digest. Even me, I'm still learning every single day. And I've been doing this, 14 years now? I think it's been about that long, since 2006. Pony Girl, you've been there as well. Daisy says that is a learning curve. Let me see. Just empty every pocket. Legos for adults. Yes, right, JM? Oh, I just got what you said too as I'm reading that. It is Legos for adults for sure. Know exactly what you mean. When my husband goes to the storage room, I automatically ask him, what do you want? I think I'm the only one that can find anything in there quickly. And Linda, it's funny you say that, because my wife always is very helpful when it comes to stuff like that, because I'm like, where is my, specific socket, or where is this? Where's my ball peen hammer versus my claw hammer? And she's like, I got you, babe. I know exactly where it's at. I need to be that way. Angela, canning peaches. That's awesome. All right. Never Done Prepping says, I don't think any of us know everything. And Never Done Prepping, I agree 100% with you. If you ever come across a channel and they say that they know everything, that they're the best prepper that ever existed in the world, I would be very scary and leery of that channel, because this is something that we're always learning. You know what I mean? Sure, there's some very skilled people out there who have an extreme great knowledge base on a lot of different topics. But I'm assuming you can't be the best ham radio connoisseur, communications person. You can't be the best gardener. You can't be the best survivalist. You can't be all these different things. You can't be the best hunter, the best fisher, the best this, the best that. You might excel, but do you know everything there is to know about how to hunt specific types of game? Let's say deer hunting, but someone puts you in a different environment and now you have to hunt wild boar. Do you know how to look for certain parasites? Do you know how to process that meat? There's some basics that you can know, and how to gut certain animals and stuff like that. But there's a little bit of everything. So to know every single thing of emergency preparedness, from these solar generators to gardening to canning to dehydrating to food storage and all the other stuff like that, that is a lot of information. And that's why I'm huge into books. That's why I feel everyone out there should have a prepper library on top of their prepper pantry, because it's super important. Because if you can't remember, like, hey, I know I have this plant that I'm growing, but I forget exactly what it can be used for medicinally, you go to that book and you pull that book off and you're like, okay, there she is. All right, that's awesome. So I can use this for headaches. You know what I mean? Anyone here have an autoclave and know how to make IB fluids? Medical stuff. Mexi Gringo Colombian. I love the name. I don't myself. I have a lot of disposable medical equipment, disposable scalpels. I do have IV setups. I buy saline solutions and stuff like that for IV flushes and stuff like that. There's a lot of equipment that I buy. A lot of it is not reusable. And what I mean by that is because some of the stuff you can't keep for long periods of time. What I mean, I'm trying to think of how I can go over that, because there is ways of sterilization. You see people do different things with it, boiling things in water, like they used to do back in the day when someone was pregnant and there's like, okay, I need you to get hot towels, boil some water and stuff like that, because putting, like, let's say you have a scalpel that's not a disposable scalpel, but a real scalpel, and you can boil that in water. Having an autoclave, my question is if there's a grid down situation, you don't have a generator, do you have a way to run that and whatnot? Oh, you do? That's awesome. That is, and see, that's what I'm saying. We all have different types of gear. We all have different things that we do. And being in here and able to share them, and what works for someone may work for someone else or may not work for someone else. And it makes me think my buddy, he has one, but he's a tattoo artist. So I do have access to one technically. I'm trying to read what you just wrote. I have not. Yarn Prepper, I think KC Little Owl may have an answer for that, or Voodoo Queen probably has. Harvey Black says, I have a 5 terabyte prepper survivalist medicine bushcraft library. Bambi is frozen in the other room. Roger that, Harvey. Roger that. We bought $700 worth of shelving for the basement. Love it. Okie Con, I wish. I'm in Florida. I wish I had a basement. When I lived in Michigan, I had a basement. God, that was so awesome having a basement. But I was young. I was a child, and I didn't realize how awesome it would be to have a basement as someone who's in the preparedness community, because you can utilize a basement for so many different things. What the flock? I do too. I would love to have a freeze dryer by Harvest Right. I'm probably going to invest into it within the next year or so. I just need the space in the room, and so as soon as we do our second move to our homestead, that's where I want to put that in. So I don't want to buy it just yet. I know they have different sizes and whatnot, but I figure if I'm going to spend the money, I want to spend it one time and get the thing that I want and put it into the other house that we're going to build here in the next 2 years. The house that we're moving into now is more of an investment property, and we just need to get out of the place that we're in, and we want to get further out of the city. So we're going to be using that property as an investment property. We're going to be pulling the equity out in a few years of that property and also renting that property for residual income. Roger that, Billy. That's awesome. And yeah, and that's Minuteman, you're absolutely right. That's what I really think about that is when you do have a basement, it does double your space. Here in Florida, some people have attics, but the heat in an attic in Florida is ridiculous. Unless you're wealthy and you have this thing all set up and whatnot. But most of the time, most of us don't have that kind of money. Busy girl, I hear you loud and clear. But thank you, Billy, for that. We need to talk, Billy, so you can tell me how your experience on that. Mexi Gringo says, yes, it can be heated. You need distilled water, works on electric or external heat. I have pouches, stoppers, vials, file crimpers, and reusable except the bags. That's awesome, man. That is really awesome. Janine says, thinking of leaving Florida for Tennessee. I have another backup plan in regards to outside of Florida, but this is with my, I'll say my military buddy. He's working on buying about 30 to 40 acres in North Georgia. So that is going to be something that I'm going to be buying. Once he buys that property, I'm going to be buying a secondary property on his property and building something there as a fallback location and planning all that out. That's nice. Harvest Right is probably one of the best to get. You know, everything that I've researched, the Harvest Right is the way to go. All right, folks, where are we at? Let me see here. Yeah, so we are over an hour. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being understanding and sticking with me, folks. I truly appreciate it. I have so much to offer moving forward with a lot of different content that I want to produce. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that content. A lot of you folks have been sticking with me for quite some time, so I appreciate that. And thank you for being here in the live stream and taking the time out of your evening to hang out with myself and the great community. I truly appreciate that. Mods, I wish I could find a way to better communicate with you. I know Yarn, I can communicate with Instagram, Harvey through email, JT. I think we were communicating on Discord, but we lost that. I wish I could communicate with all my mods in one spot, but we got to figure that out. But anyways, like I said, lots of changes moving forward with the channel. Just bear with me, please. I appreciate that. And folks, remember, you are not alone. Be safe out there, please. And look forward to seeing you guys. I will be doing the live stream this Thursday. I'm going to finish out the week. Normally, we're going to be talking about an intriguing topic this Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that should be quite intriguing. Basically, what I prep for, which covers a lot of different topics. You know what I mean? So what I'm prepping for will kind of give you an idea of how what I prep for kind of covers a lot of different other prepping scenarios. I know it's a little bit cryptic, but I want to keep that a surprise. But thank you all. Thank you all. Have a blessed night. Stay safe out there. God bless.